We live in an age of abundance that should make gratitude effortless. Clean water flows from the tap. Food is available at the nearest store. Information that once required a library now fits in our pockets. We have comforts that previous generations couldn't have imagined. And yet, gratitude doesn't come naturally. Instead, we focus on what's missing. The promotion that hasn't arrived. The income that isn't enough. The success that's still out of reach. Why is it so hard to feel grateful for what we already have? And how can we change that? The answer isn't that we're ungrateful people. It's that our brains are wired in ways that work against gratitude, and modern life amplifies those tendencies. Here are 5 reasons we struggle to feel grateful. Number 1. Hedonic adaptation. We get used to everything. Human beings have a remarkable ability to adapt to circumstances, both good and bad. When something good enters your life, it brings a spike of happiness. But over time, you get used to it. The new car becomes just a car. The new home becomes just a home. The excitement fades. What once felt like a blessing becomes ordinary, and we stop noticing it altogether. Number 2. The comparison trap. We measure against others, not our own past. Gratitude flourishes when we compare our present to our past. Look how far I've come. But modern life pushes us to compare ourselves to others instead. Social media shows us curated versions of other people's lives. When we measure our lives against those highlight reels, our own blessings seem inadequate. The comparison never ends, because there's always someone ahead of you. Number 3. The negativity bias. Our brains are wired to scan for threats. The human brain prioritizes negative information over positive. Missing a positive experience might be disappointing. Falling into a negative one could be fatal. Today, this same bias makes us focus on what's wrong rather than what's right. The one criticism among 10 compliments is what we remember. Our brains are not designed to naturally notice blessings. They're designed to scan for problems. Number 4. The pursuit of more. We're trained to chase the next thing. From an early age, we're taught that more is better. More money, more success, more recognition. Ambition is healthy, but when it becomes a relentless pursuit of more, it erodes gratitude for what we already have. This is the trap of I'll be happy when. But when you arrive, the goalpost moves. There's always another when. And if happiness is always in the future, gratitude for the present becomes impossible. Number 5. Taking things for granted. The invisibility of constants. The things we experience every day become invisible to us. Your health, when you have it, barely registers. The people who love you become part of the background. The roof over your head, the food in your kitchen, the working device in your hands. All of these fade into the ordinary. We don't notice what we don't lose. Only when something is taken away do we suddenly recognize its value. So how do we cultivate genuine gratitude? Here are 5 ways. Number 1. Keep a simple gratitude practice. Every evening, write down 1 or 2 things you're genuinely grateful for from that day. A warm meal, a moment of quiet, a helpful conversation. The practice forces your brain to scan for positives, something it doesn't do naturally. Over time, this rewires your attention. Number 2. Compare downward, not upward. Occasionally compare your life to those who have less, not to feel superior, but to gain perspective. Also, compare your present to your past. Look at where you were a year ago, 5 years ago. You've made progress. You've grown. Number 3. Practice negative visualization. Spend a few moments imagining that you lost something you value. Your health, a relationship, your ability to work. When you're done, open your eyes. You still have those things. The exercise makes them visible again. Number 4. Express gratitude to others. Gratitude becomes more powerful when it's shared. Tell someone you appreciate them. Write a short message thanking a friend or someone who helped you. The act of expressing gratitude amplifies the feeling and strengthens the relationship. Number 5. Slow down enough to notice. Gratitude requires presence. You can't feel thankful for something you're rushing past. Eat without a screen. Walk without a podcast. Sit without reaching for your phone. When you create space for stillness, you create space for appreciation. The blessings were always there. You just weren't paying attention. If this video helped you, subscribe to the channel. And if you want a practical guide to building habits that actually stick, my book 40 Atomic Habits for Online Success is available on Gumroad. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.